Do you have an old shirt that's got stripes or a pattern or something really neat on it? This would make a great gift idea for male or female. Kind of gearing this a little bit towards Father's Day, but let's jump right in. I'm Vicky from the Purple Penguin Craft Room. Let's see what I've got going on. I got this old shirt from the Goodwill or thrifting, and it's got 2 sleeves on it. Absolutely love that. It's just a dull, almost like a blue-gray color, and all I need on this are the sleeves. So we are going to just take the sleeves off. Now we've got our shirt sleeve. Obviously I don't need the whole thing. It's going to be way too big. This is an extra large. You could probably get away with a medium or just a regular large. But I just happened to get, it just happened to be an extra large. We're going to take our wine bottle as our example here. You don't have to do wine bottles though. You could do like soda bottles, you know, water bottles, whatever kind of, you know, fancy sparkling water, sparkling champagne, whatever. But basically we want to get a length. How big do you want your bag? How tall do you want your bag to be? And if I put my bottle in there, see, we want this part to kind of go around the neck. So I probably want it to be about here. That's about where I want it. So we are going to just cut here. I'm going to do it a little bit longer, so the end of the bottle is here. I'm probably going to cut, we're probably going to give it about 1 inch. Maybe a little bit more. Just kind of, we're estimating here. There is no exact here. Now we do need, we need the base. We need the base part. So you could do this a couple different ways. If you wanted to just sew the bottom of this together, one easy together, you could totally do that. I kind of want my bottle to be able to stand up flat and not have to deal with like the seam. And in order to do that, we have to do a circle of our fabric to go and sew to the bottom of this so it has a flat surface. Hopefully that makes sense. So basically, I've got a whole bunch of circles that I have just cut out. These are like a thin cardboard, you know, like cereal box cardboard kind of situation. Works really good for this. I just happen to be, I happen to inherit a bunch of thin cardboard. Don't know where she got it from. It's kind of random. But I go ahead on my printer. I went ahead and did a whole bunch of just circles in different sizes and then printed them out and then put them on the cardboard. And so I have different patterns that I can use. And so we're just going to kind of estimate how big. Say this one's a little small. By putting in my cardboard here. This is probably going to be the best size right there. All right, and this is roughly, go ahead, 5.5 inches, roughly 5.5 inch round. But that's just for this size shirt. You're going to have different size shirts depending on the pattern and depending on the style. It's going to vary. So with the extra sleeve part that we cut off, will actually work perfect for this. And I happen to have one of those, I don't know if you guys have seen these, it's called a friction pen, which you can order online. You can, I've seen them at Walmart, I've seen them at Target. Fred Meyer's might even have them, or what is it, Kroger's. Kind of keep your eye out for them if you don't want to order them online. They are a little bit more expensive, but the catch with these is once you use them, once you want the lines to go away, you heat it up with a heat tool, you know, blow dryer, whatever. If you could blow hot air on it and it will disappear. It's really cool. If you guys ever experiment with that, It's pretty fun. So just to let you know. Now what we're going to do is take our fabric here. We're going to turn this inside out. I want this inside out. We're just going to go ahead and put our circle like so. Now you can be all fancy about this and get pins out and pin it. I'm just going to kind of wing this. My circle is going to be smaller than the arm, so we're going to have to kind of scrunch it together and kind of make this work. I will say right now, I am not a sewer. I don't typically sew things. I'm a crafter, so I can kind of fudge it. I can fudge it. And we're just going to get started with a knot. It's all sewed together, right? So so now we'll have a nice flat bottom for our bottle to sit in. So we just need to reverse our bag, and you can see we have a nice flat bottom so that there's no crease for to kind of if the bottle tips or whatnot. So we can just go ahead and stick it again. You can stick whatever kind of bottle you want in your bag. Go ahead and I just gonna rebutton our shirt because that will help keep our bottle in there. And then it's super cute at that point. Finishing touch, I got this is a tie, and what I did was instead of using the fat end because that's just way too big for this bottle, I used the skinny end and I created like a like you would with the fat end, but I did it opposite just to make. And you can watch. There's tons of videos on how to do ties. So I'm just going to go like so. And then just to make it simple, I'll just kind of now you can make this fancier. You can kind of sew that or glue that to make sure it doesn't fray if you don't want it to fray or whatnot. But it is going to be the underneath part of the tie. And then you can put a little tag on it. I mean, this is super, super cute little bottle bag. What a great gift, right? Thank you for watching. Happy crafting, and keep on coming back for more. This is Vicki at the Purple Penguin Crafter.